Half of us deal with it, yet most of us don't understand how it works. Can you guess what it is? Half the population experiences the menstrual cycle every month, but surprisingly, many people don't actually know how it works. The menstrual cycle is a natural biological process that prepares the body for a possible pregnancy each month. The average cycle lasts about 28 days, though cycles between 21 and 35 days are also considered normal. If you are new here, hi, and welcome to my channel where we learn a little bit of everything all of the time. Make sure to like and comment if you learn anything new. The menstrual cycle begins on the first day of menstruation, and it moves through 4 main phases controlled by hormones. Those phases are menstruation, follicular phase, ovulation, and the luteal phase. Let's break down what happens during each one. Phase 1, menstruation, days 1 to 5. The cycle begins with menstruation, also known as a period. If the egg from the previous cycle was not fertilized, meaning you did not get pregnant, the body no longer needs the thick lining of the uterus that was prepared for pregnancy. So the uterus sheds this lining, which leaves the body as menstrual blood. This is what causes the bleeding that typically lasts around 3 to 7 days. During this time, levels of estrogen and progesterone are low, which signals the body to start a new cycle. Many people experience menstrual cramps, also called dysmenorrhea. These cramps happen because the uterus is a muscle, and during menstruation, it contracts to help shed its lining. The body releases chemicals called prostaglandins, which trigger these contractions. Stronger contractions can temporarily reduce blood flow to the uterus, which causes pain or cramping in the lower abdomen. Phase 2, follicular phase, days 1 to 13. At the same time menstruation begins, the follicular phase also starts. During this phase, the brain releases a hormone called FSH, follicle-stimulating hormone. FSH stimulates the ovaries to develop several small sacs called follicles, each containing an immature egg. Usually, one follicle becomes dominant and continues to mature. As the follicle grows, it produces estrogen. Estrogen helps rebuild and thicken the lining of the uterus, preparing it in case pregnancy occurs. In the early stages of the follicular phase, it is common to feel cramping, tender breasts, and bloating. Though in the later stages of the follicular phase, the symptoms are vastly different. The most common effects include improved mood and cognitive function, and increased energy, confidence, and libido. Phase 3, ovulation, around day 14. Around the middle of the cycle, ovulation occurs. Ovulation is triggered by a surge in luteinizing hormone, also known as LH. This hormone causes the mature follicle to rupture, releasing an egg from the ovary. The egg then travels into the fallopian tube, where fertilization can occur if sperm is present. Ovulation represents the most fertile time in the cycle because the egg is available to be fertilized. It is important to be careful around this time. However, the egg only survives for about 12 to 24 hours after being released. During ovulation, it is common to feel an increased sex drive, have clear skin, or even experience light cramping. Phase 4, luteal phase, days 15 to 28. After ovulation, the follicle that released the egg transforms into a structure called the corpus luteum. The corpus luteum produces 2 important hormones, progesterone and estrogen. These hormones help maintain the thick uterine lining, creating an environment where a fertilized egg could implant. If fertilization occurs, pregnancy begins. If fertilization does not occur, the corpus luteum breaks down. This causes estrogen and progesterone levels to drop. When those hormone levels fall, the uterine lining is no longer maintained, and menstruation begins again, restarting the cycle. The hormones that control the cycle. Several hormones regulate the menstrual cycle. GnRH, gonadotropin-releasing hormone. This hormone is released by the hypothalamus in the brain and signals the pituitary gland to start the cycle. FSH, follicle-stimulating hormone, stimulates the ovaries to develop follicles and mature eggs. LH, luteinizing hormone, triggers ovulation, releasing the egg from the ovary. Estrogen, helps rebuild and thicken the uterine lining. Progesterone maintains the uterine lining and supports early pregnancy if fertilization occurs. You have now learned the basic science behind menstruation and periods. Stick around for part 2, where we discuss the reality of periods from common myths to basic sanitary products. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment on what we should learn next. And remember, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but still always better than a master of one.